starting. Hopefully
Oh, I'm
without
gonna check how long on the road.
yeah, no worries. I'm gonna quickly look at message 3. Make sure I've got everything.
What? Street. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. We are here for the final week of Masters of Endurance, hosted by Bishop Floppy and Dirty Kiwi from Oceania Racing. Just trying to have a quick look to see if he has shared the times, but it doesn't. Oh, there we go. I think it's just come in. So we've got Glock starting on 2:30 2:30 for C1. That's Jamie Official. Cam Dark or DCRK. C1 Pro 245. That's Razor, Chrono, Pinky Vapors, Razza Rizza, Chrono, and Herediate for Shovel. C2 start on 2 minutes. Dirty Kiwi, Bisher, D Money, DC Rug, and then C3 starting on 1 minute 30 for Metalhead and 30 seconds for Cuban.
Why is it 30 seconds for Cuban and 1 minute 30 for Mel?
Because there's quite a big gap between the two of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is Cuban in here?
He's been here the rest of the weeks, but hopefully he makes it.
Oh, did he say something about control? Was it Cuban?
That was, no, that's Big Boys. Can't get a control in time. They've not got any over in New Zealand, unfortunately.
45 seconds behind C2.
Right, let's get the stream up. Moin Psycho and hello Aaron, how are you both going? Hope you're very well. Well, it's loaded better than it does normally. It's still not worked, but I'm just going to mute it just in case it does suddenly
That
pop
guy
up my
appeared.
streams there.
Oceania.
Just edit the video. Save that. Quickly grab Razor. There's a Razor's POV. Yeah, it's looking like it's maybe going to be a bit of a quieter lobby tonight with it coming towards the, well, with it being the last race of the season. A couple of people knowing they're not going to get as high up the leaderboard as they maybe would have liked at the beginning. Unfortunately, do back out. I'm going to have to just shuffle the line so I don't get notifications all the way through. Hey, Ramir! Let me just double check the stream is working on my Fawn. It has to be. Hey, Razor. That's all good. And still getting the error streaming to my own laptop. Lovely. But we do have Glocks. They are the lead, well, the only racer in C1 Pro Handicap. Let me send myself that new image just so I can run through it a little bit more effectively. Pulling it up on the PlayStation again and again. In the standings, so Glocks clearly has the lead for C1 Pro Handicap. We've got a Razor and Vapors separated by 4 points on 68 and 64, with Pinky just behind as well on 60. So could be in for a bit of an interesting finish. Enjoy it a little bit further back on 30, but will be fending off opposition if he joins from Chrono Dimension, who I also don't think is here actually, unfortunately. So that's the back end of that group down. Official has a 16-point lead over Jamie, 25 points over Crown Skipper, so be a little bit difficult for them boys to catch up, but it will be tight between Crown Skipper, Dark, and potentially even Cool Kaz Carter on 55, 50 and 40 points respectively. Then it is really quite tight between Kiwi and Bisher, 77 and 72 points respectively, top of their category in C2. And Cuban does have 20-point lead with the lag out from Metalhead last week in C3. Will just be looking to try and hold his nerves, keep himself clean, and see if he can keep himself ahead of Metalhead. How are you boys feeling about the event today?
Tired.
If you're already in the lobby, I'm gonna need an invite. I ain't
Oh.
doing this event.
You need in. Sorry, are you friends with Vapors?
Oh, don't. Oh, if you're still in the pre-lobby, don't worry about it. Just
Yeah.
If you, when you get into the
The
actual
race
lobby,
hasn't
I'm
started
gonna
yet.
invite
Yeah. No, you should be fine, because it'll be Bish that's hosting then. And the race lobby, it's a separate thing, so it lets you invite your friends and stuff again.
Yeah, that too. Oh, I'm tired.
You got the second lowest suspension, right?
A cycle. Oh, elbow, sorry. It was the Moyne that got me there. I'm doing alright, fella, and hello, Bolid.
Remember the stances.
Hope
You know?
you're doing well as well, elbow.
Yeah, but
Oh my
remember the.
fucking
I
god.
said it on
Wait,
default
let me
before the would be free. unfortunately for you. Hating stand.
To me, Psycho will always be known for the mine now.
Oh, I saw Alan subscribe to my channel. Thanks for that.
Nice. Bad, bad, boom, tss, tss, tss. Oh, slight uncomfort in the belly. There is a 2v2 happening as well, isn't there? To pull that up a little bit.
No, just
That is the lobby just loading in.
thanks, Albo. I'll try and do my
You
best.
might want to join on Bish now, or if one of you guys can invite official
Okay. I
Pinky
can join
or
on
yeah.
that.
Now he's
I'm
host, you'll
not
be able
sure
to
if I'm
get
going to
in.
stay the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
It depends on how well
Oh,
it goes.
Fatty Jenk on his way. He isn't on my leaderboard. Nice.
Excuse me.
That. There we go. You new boys, good luck races. I
Is
believe
it
it's
three
3
people?
again.
Yeah, 3.
Haven't
Who
seen
is this
anything
stuff?
different.
Right,
Just
this
gonna
isn't fair anymore.
spam in the cocks
Why
option.
does why do we start 45 45 seconds behind of C1? No, 50. 50, yeah, C1. And Cloxy starts 5 seconds behind us. Doesn't make sense.
Just, yeah, it's been like that for the whole series. To be honest, it's been a bit whack.
Uh, I don't think it was like that in the first one.
No, it's a bigger gap back for Glocks last time, but I think what he means is it's just been a bit off throughout, fortunately.
Thanks, MJ. I'll do my best
But
again.
she is still working through it. Hey, Kath, thank you very much for the sub earlier on, fella. Or lady, don't like gender assigning until I know, not in this day and age. Hello, hello, hello. We've got Vapors, Stuntman Dan, Kath, new boys, thank you very much. 1 minute to start. And hello, Tonsilade. Now, thank you very much, Kath. I will be streaming the Hot Ring tomorrow. I'm guessing that was a little bit what the shout out was for, and towards the stunts a little bit is a little bit different. Just getting into the non-contact commentary on like GPs and streets.
Who's this guy though? EL Venemo.
Vimino? 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 Yeah, he gets a bit of a
It's
head start over Metalhead. 3 minutes 43 seconds of dry tracks. Let's go. Yeah, big man Cass. looking after the boy Viper earlier on.
Andy, did I tell you about the race on Gran Turismo that I was struggling on?
And no, I don't think so.
Ah, shit. Okay, no, don't worry then. Oh shit. There we go. That's my car. My god, it looks so different.
Right, the guys are selecting their Karen Sultan RS Classics. It is a one-make event. Drivers are separated into their separate categories. We will quickly run through that again. Now we're coming towards the start of the race. What have I done with the image? So, we've got the real Cuban started on 30 seconds. Metalhead starts on 1 minute. We've got C2 starting on. I've
Hey,
lost
Veggie.
the other image. C2 starting on 2 minutes 30 seconds behind Metalhead. We are gonna go sit with, where is Cuban? Gonna sit with that man. That ended up in, where is he? There, let me on it. Right.
I guess I'll be the one to do the stunts.
These
Start.
45 laps are going to be the only 45 laps I've ever done on this track, so I am going to need you to just show me the lines.
I've already got
There is
GT7, Veggie. I've already got the game.
Cuban.
Fair play. I'm focusing on the hot ring tournament for tomorrow.
Start a little.
It's been a combination of work, IRL, and
Likes of
yeah, just really not having the motivation.
Yeah, I've already got like 30 hours in it.
Cuban running a little bit wide early on, misses the tree, but he gets himself past it nicely, pulling down the hill. And we'll have the likes of Dirty, Bisher, the Money, DC Rug starting on 2 minutes, like I say, 30 seconds behind Metalhead, and 30 seconds further back we've got Official, Crown Skipper, Jamie, Cool Cars, Carter. I think that's DCR Kate was in the lobby. C1 Pro starting on 2:45. We've got Razor, Pinky and Vapors. I believe that was all that got in, and then Glock starting on 2:50. There is a Cuban coming by. We're going to go back to Metalhead. This is PS. I mainly do PS stuff. I do play on PC a little bit, but I very rarely stream on PC. As you can see, just a little bit cleaner through the corner. That does seem safer. Definitely should CAF. I'd say it'd be worth it. Got a really decent community. It's definitely the place for your GT racing, really. GTA racing. Nice and clean through the elongated chicanes.
Right, first couple of laps, let's see how this goes.
There's the C1
Right, I'm gonna mute then.
pros on the go. Good luck, guys. C2 underway. We'll see if they're going to be able to pull away from Metalhead here, because they're going to need to close the gap back up. They're just under a lap down. The spin out will help. Take the moment just to shift forward.
Suppose it's not a bad track.
Nice and clear. Official just getting to grips with it, doing his first few laps with Jamie at the moment. I would step back to Cool's car. He's getting good drive down the straight though, just coming by Jamie, so we get all four drivers here in the mix. We'll give Official just a little time to
I don't
settle
mind,
in.
mate. I got nothing to lose.
Okay,
I got
I
nothing to
will
lose.
be stepping back. Okay, just a little bit further back. But yeah, like if you can get a PS5 calf, I would do that, but prices on them are a little bit steep at the moment with the availability. PlayStation 4s are relatively cheap, first or second hand, so that could be just an option to tide you by while you can't get one to get you on and build up an account. Tiny bit of a slide at the bottom of the chicane. It's going to allow DCRK just to come through a touch. Got Gulls Carter, Jamie and Crown, Skipper just up ahead. They'll be looking to close up on Dirty Kiwi.
Fucking hell, this car is awful.
Yeah, as we've had a lot of the stunt guys come across recently, and they have been saying that it is just that bit different. Hello, Tyrese fella. It's a shame we're not seeing yourself in this, lad. Oh, lightly kicking out. Just getting to grips with it.
Fucking hell.
Move
This car is
a little bit.
horrible to drive.
Yeah, I've not got to grips with it
Horrible.
at all myself.
Awful car.
Drive down.
Oh, fucking hell.
Feather in his little bit of air
Oh, that's a
time.
fucking jump.
There was a little bit of air time from official there, just clipping at the edge of the track. Managed to keep himself well away from the tree though in the end. Will give official a little chance to learn the track. Have a quick look on the map where things are. We've got Glocks, Metalhead, Vapors, Razor. Okay. Yeah, £1,000 was a Mayuto, and Razor and he says hello, Razor Laird. Wants to hear your voice. He is muted at the moment, though, but he will be able to have heard you say hello. Can't be distracting him too much. Got Razors just behind Vapors, I believe. So we are just going to pop back.
Hello.
Hello, there you go.
Who was it? It says hello, was it Mia?
Muto, yeah.
Hey, mate.
Oh, that sucks. Cav was looking for a used Xbox One and all got was a shell in a box. No, there's a lot of people ripping off. Whereas Glock's at. Glock's is just starting to do his work. 56.885 to the 56.536 from Jamie as the fastest laps so far. 56.788 from DCR Gay as well. We will step back and have a little look at Glock in a little bit. We'll see Razor getting some nice extra bump boost there off the side of the hill. A slightly risky, unorthodox line. Running wide, gets his traction and pulls himself back onto the track really nicely. We did see it work out a little bit tighter last time. The times have definitely been shortened for Glocks to catch this time. He was only starting 5 seconds further back, or 15 seconds further back. 5. From C1 Pro this time, so hopefully we might see him come into it if he manages to get really consistent on his lap times. But Glocks has already won his division. Nice and smooth up the hill. Nice, that's good. At least you did get your money back, but still, people are just taking the mick out of the situation. Nice and clean ahead, running nice and wide, clipping a little bit of extra checkpoint before the chicanes. 56.5 at 36, still the best lap with Jamie. Yeah, it does look a little bit slidey, the uphill section. Couple of pit stops coming in from Binkett and Reza. We are gonna be getting a little shift back, have a little look at Glocks just coming into the mix. Closing the gap up on Vapors and Pinky, completing his pit stop. But the time difference we normally see with some of the more boost dependent cars, that more experienced drivers can gain that boost with them and hold it that little bit better. That's where we're not seeing the quite time gains with these tuner cars. Now, not able to curb boosters effectively, they don't short shift, they don't mid-drive boost. Lines clean through the chicane, gaining nicely back on the power, extra clip of the curb. It is going to take a pit stop. Come through it, we'll stick for another lap with Glocks. Glocks going back and forward over that little white bump, trying to get a little bit of extra boost into the car early on. Heavy feathering of the throttle from Glocks as he comes through the corner, pulling himself away from the wall, leanly closing and back up on the pack ahead. Tomorrow we at 8 PM UK we do have the final of the hot ring. That does include official Viper, GtaV, and then a few of the hot ring races that you may have seen over the past few days or so in a couple of the playlists, in the likes of Finn VIP, Lucas the King, Romain, and GtaV as well. As some of the lads we all know. And then at 10:30 PM we have Luke and Heredia versus... No, what do I have tomorrow night? I've got something else after. It's Goat v Stars, sorry. I knew there was something that I had to commentate on. 10:30, Stunts, Goat v Stars, that is Mobbin and Escort as crew leaders together. 56.508 from official is now the best lap. Got himself back up into the mix. We are going to pop on to Metalhead, see how he's closing up on Cuban, and then we'll start pulling our way back through the order. Yeah, I only trust eBay these days because you can pay through PayPal and stuff like that. It makes it, and like the banks will do the pay safe stuff. So it does make it just as safe as buying in your shop. Eventually it just sometimes takes that little bit longer to get the refund processed if the seller's not happy to do so. Nice and clean heading into the chicane. He's going to be still some way behind Cuban. He's only half a second a lap quicker with this car. So it would take him around 60 seconds to catch up, or 60 laps to catch up. Cuban may make a couple more mistakes. We just saw D Money get himself up a position early on. There comes DC Rug Crown skipper Jamie into the mix and picking up a position. We are seeing it happen earlier this time. We did not see the guys from behind come back up into the mix for a little while before. You can see the time gain there, getting through the chicane section. We'll move forward onto them. Work out to sit with it. Seems relatively decent enough. DC Rug boy in the bar. Jamie just ahead, trying to keep Crown skipper behind, nice and clean through the corner. Gains a little bit of breathing space and closes up the gap on Jamie, starting to apply some pressure smoothly through the corner again. Little dabber brakes, runs onto the green alongside Jamie. Cleanly on the power, rubbing on the curb. Nicely brake boosted down the hill as well. Jamie, a little slide, cost him some time into the entry of the chicane. Rug now just able to take his time running down the banked green that a little bit more. Jamie gained some really good speed through the chicane. But no, I'm very much the same, Kath, with online buying. I'm just not as keen on it. Like, I'd rather get things in the shop. I got really lucky with my PS5. Is a friend works for a local shop called Argos, and they sent me an email saying they'd had one returned, so I went and picked it up before they put it on the shelves. Clean D Money seems to be just holding his lead ahead of the guys. They have closed in again. Oh, easing back up. Bish and Kiwi have been overtaken by official already. Calls Carter into the mix, and they've come by Mel, hoping to come back into the race against Cuban. Maybe that's why Cuban was still so far down the road, not taking his slide through the corner. Going to cost himself some good time gain, but he's not lost any positions at the moment. We will give him a little bit of breathing space. We should be back with the Rug towards the end of the race. We're going to pop back to Bisher. Not spent any time with the host himself yet. And we're at 16:52 into the race. These races have been lasting around 40 minutes, just under halfway.
Busy.
Yeah, but you're also a good seller, Viper lad. Like, if you get yourself onto a good seller, you're good. You're getting looked after. You get your items sent to you. If it's an actual valid reason for a refund, you're happy to give it. Silly stuff where it's just the same on all the products. It's like, nah, love, get out. Bish through corner up the hill, handles it nicely. The little tiny bit of lag just showed him getting off a lovely Gymkhana-esque drift. Eases through, calls Carter just up the road, easing ahead. You can just see that little bit of time gain on the exit of the corners. Nice brake boost in there from Bish. got Dirty Kiwi coming up behind him. Not a lot of time between the two. We will just pop back and
Okay, I'll take my dirty stone.
he's getting the pit stop done. Getting it all out of the way. You can just settle into the racing then. I think we've had the same from Official as well, just having fallen just back down behind Metalhead. Kiwi closing in nicely on Bish, taking an extra little curb boost off the rock, but you could see he didn't seem to gain the extra time he'd normally get off a clean curb boost. Just able to keep a little bit more consistency on the throttle, getting onto it early. It's my mum, unfortunately. She was doing something really nice for myself, buying me a new phone when I'd lost my old one. Unfortunately, she did get scammed with a fake Samsung from China. It lasted for about 3 months before all the apps stopped working on it, and then it gave up. Oh, Kiwi just off the, I believe it was the pole there, back into the farm, and that has allowed Metalhead back through. Bish has gained a bit of a lead now. Bingy made it by Official, I believe. Official may have taken his final pit stop as well. Kiwi bricks on the wall, heavy. Just gonna step back, have a little look at Glocks again. Might catch a little bit of Official. Hello, Captain. Hello, Bambi. Heavy late betting coming in for Viper tomorrow, down from 8 to 1 to 3. A pre-race favourite. Looks nice and clean, the dead revs early into the corner, and starts picking them up just before the midpoint. Across the line, the 56.506 is the best lap from Glocks by just under 0.05. Right. Oh no, 0.002 from Official, then Binky a little bit further back. They are the 3 best laps as things stand. Glock's just really clean over the lines, really consistent braking points.
Sun's coming up, yay.
Be able to see all the lines nice and cleanly again. I got $7.50 eating Slim Jim on Viper. To be fair, it's a Slim Jim that's all worth it in that. Binky just coming out of the pit stops has allowed Official back on by, so you know, in the pit stop was maybe what allowed the position swap initially. I think both of the lads will have completed their pit stops. I think Glocks maybe will have done as well. We saw it, and they do. Catch you later, Viper lad. Enjoy Rec Room. Maybe catch you on there afterwards, fella. Just holding a position over Pinky. We'll just step back lightly as they come through the corner. See the gaps close up. That is Official just up the road. Just Glock's Pinky is coming in though. Bit slide just into the corner. Bit heavy off the wall, but he's honked his horn and he's back on the power. See you later, man. Get hyped. You're going to win that race tomorrow from KF. He's got the faith in you, Viper lad. Avoid later's Viper. Clean. Can hear the revs picking back up. Bishop just having been overtaken by official as they come through the corner, maybe into the entry. Official just beginning to ease away, just able to apply the power more cleanly through the uphill section, just losing a little bit of grip as they come over the crest of the hills. Hello, Mob Deep fella. Do need to get myself on and see you fellas on PC next week. I have been a little bit distracted this week. I had a bit of a stomach issue, but getting back up to speed lightly. .882 best lap from official, taking just under 0.1 out of Glock's time. Same with Pinky, just a little bit further back from Glock's, but it's tight between the three of them times wise. All sorts of extra bump boost, feathers his throttle and pulls himself through the corner nicely. Risky unorthodox line there from Pinky, but he pulled it off. Nice mob. Yeah, I'll have to jump on for a couple of Hamsters playlists next week. I'll try and jump on for 2, and then a random lobby as well. Definitely make sure I catch you guys. Off the inside corner there. That was Rug, I believe, just going through the chicane. Pressure being surrounded by cars, just got himself into a bit of a battle with Bishop, Glock's Metalhead. Glock's just picking up through the position. Yeah, the modder, whoever that modder is as well, they're making it really difficult for Hamster as well. By Bishop as well. GtaV is now spectating. Oh, it's all good now, that's good. No, that's awesome to hear. No, I'll have to get that bit of script for myself as well, because I know they're still having a little problems with public lobbies and stuff like that.
20 laps to go.
Definite a ground skipper. Oh, his internet has kicked him out of the race. No, thanks, Kath. And I have to say, is like I have found this a touch difficult at times. Non-contact with the distances between the cars is sometimes a little bit more difficult. It's been a lot tighter the past 2 events, made it that bit easier to get into and commentate on, getting to know everybody's names and stuff. But you should really see me in my element tomorrow a little bit more with the contact hot ring racing and stuff like that, with it being the final. Well, Pinky just catching a little bit too much dirt into the braking point. That's allowed Glock's a bit of breathing space and really closed back in on him. Really did well to hold position over Pinky, and then the stunts at 10:30 is what's got me into the commentary. So yeah, really look forward to seeing you around on the streams. When you do get yourself over to PlayStation, we'll make sure you get well looked after and into the community nicely. Official picking up some good positions. We are going to have a little look further forward. We'll go to D Money and see how big the distance is between. Cuban, I believe, has just been, or not maybe just, but has been taken over. Yeah, he's now down to 8th. DCRK leading the way at the moment. His lap time just under a second slower than officials at the moment. Official does have around that time on all of the guys above, so he will be picking up the laps. Well, the time on them, it's just whether there is enough left and whether he can keep himself consistent enough. You can see he's just down the straight behind the Money, so it's not too big, maybe a little bit easier than the scope of it we've had in some of the previous races. And Glock's also not too far back from officials, may see themselves in with a chance of a top 3 or top 5 for the first time this season. Hey Ventura fella! Little tap of the horn from the guys passing overhead. Slide into the chicane. I always do wonder when the guys have managed to be lean before whether that is a little bit of that difference in weight from the spectatorness. Here comes official closing in as they come up the hill. This will be a section where he can gain. Just stick with the Money. We should see official come into the mix at some point relatively soon. Next lap or two. I watch Fox only when I'm in bed. Mob Deep, I love it. There's official just edging his way into the back edge of our camera and easing past the Money. Widen the corner that little bit more initially. Hello, Razza fella.
Alright.
How you going, Laird?
Too bad, how are you?
Yeah, not too shabby. Just doing the commentary for the Mo. I think we've got about 10 minutes left or so. Officials just got himself up to 4th. It does, like, the times do seem better balanced this time again, so, but I don't know, I'm not racing it, so I don't have as much of an opinion. I've been enjoying trying to get into it. See that tighter line from official and dog, just a little bit of drift trying to match the pace. Getting himself up to 3rd. Glock appears to have just fallen back a touch further. There's Razor and Binky coming down the straight behind as well.
I think he's just up ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
That
pop back and have a little look. Official's got a little bit of time. Again, we'll just spend a few minutes with the guys just that touch further back, see how much they can close up as well, because they will be gaining. We are with Razor. Building time up over Bishop. Or maybe close out with official for the final couple of minutes. I am keeping my eye on a stopwatch this time just to try and keep a better idea of how long is left.
That's my last pit stop.
Nice, officials got it all out of the way. It's cost him a couple of positions back down. 6th place. Glocks just up ahead. Will be an interesting watch coming back into it. Is that nice and clean? 56.583. He's got a good second on the pack behind on the lap time, so he's going to be gaining. He's going to be gaining on everybody at the moment above him except for Pinky, Official and Glock, so he could potentially gain 4 positions if he can keep his consistency nice and high. Pinky and Official seem to be exchanging positions a little bit, so we'll pop on. No, Glocks is somewhere just up the road as well. Using the wall just to straighten the car up, getting a bit of a bump boost off it. You can see extending away from Pinky down the straight. Little slide off the tube would have got a touch of it. Different acceleration points up the hill. Contact with the track. Easing down the green.
Fuck.
Oh, really unlucky from Official, just catching the outside, trying to extend the corner, just caught the outside prop there. Quick exclamation and then back into it. Readjusting themselves, making sure I'm not turning in too early for corners. The old tap of the horn there, I believe that's Razor just behind. Clipping over the edge of the track, over the edge of the road there, does give you a little extra curb boost. See there, bumper car. Pinky heavy off the wall. And they seem to have fallen back into order. It cost them a bit.
That kind of bullshit shouldn't happen.
The Glocks, was that just a brick off the wall?
No, I pricked on the fucking rock.
Oh, it flung you into the wall. So pop forward to Glocks. Got around 5-ish minutes left, maybe a little bit.
Still got 10 laps.
Okay, still got 10 laps, that'll be around 10 minutes, so it's going to be a 45-minute just over. This absolutely beautiful, far disconnected from the Xbox racing. God damn, is that the guys do put in a lot of work to it. I know you have got some really good races over on Xbox. It's just all a little bit more disjointed. Like there's Children of the Mountain. Like while you are waiting to transition across, we could maybe get you in contact with a couple of the stunt crews and street crews. But again, like the lobbies aren't as full as they are on PlayStation in any of the categories, I don't believe, certainly not for stunts. Glocks is closing up on DCRK and Jamie up ahead, holding third. Glocks has now taken fastest lap by 0.1 over Official.
What's
do
my
I have?
fastest lap?
Your fastest lap is a 56.5. Pinky has a 56.1, Official 55.8 and 55.7. You are the 4 fastest laps on track.
Okay.
So you are gaining on everybody ahead of you except the 3, unfortunately. But,
Oh, freaking hitboxes! Are you fucking serious?
catching one of the props. That is why some of these older props aren't used so much anymore. The hay bales and stuff, the hitboxes are sometimes that little bit more squared off. Is let me share the
think there's any chance of fucking beating. Ah, piece of shit.
Clock's coming by. DCRK though, putting up a bit of a fight, getting on the power earlier. Join that server, Kath, if you're on Discord, and then I can start putting you in touch with a couple of the people I do know from Xbox and stuff. Like, the couple from Stunts are now on PlayStation, but they are still in touch with the Xbox lads, and there are Henners, which is robots on the server, from Stunts. And then them guys can also probably get you in touch with the streets, but if not, then I can do that little bit of work. I know the guy from Children of the Mountain, Mo. Glock's just nice and clean, able to get on the brakes just that little bit sharper, but later as well. Does solidify that position over Dark. Wall bash though from Dark, and using the wood rather than curb boosting seemed to gain a bit of extra speed just down that initial straight and gain the advantage back in. And then I'll sort your rolls out, Lid, quickly. So you're on Xbox at the moment. And capture master is what you need. There you go. Should be able to see the server now, fella. And hello, LJ Laird.
LJ, get the fucking party. You cunt.
You might need to send him an invite to this one if you want him to join this one.
I'll wait till he responds.
Coming on through, God, coming on to, I think it'll be like the final 5 laps if I'm keeping track of the time roughly well. We've got Dark just up ahead. He's holding pace really nicely now with Glocks. This is for first and second, so he's gone into full sweat mode. He's improved his lap time. Little slide through the corner. Shush Ryan from LJ. Just Jane just up behind as well, so we'll allow Glocks a little bit of pressure-free racing just to fully settle in. And if that change does make any difference, now it has a good few laps to close up. We can see it. Apparently we had 3 hours until the next rain, so I think it could just be overcast,
No.
Pinky.
No, it can't be.
It can't be true. They lie.
No.
The sky, it lies.
Bullshit.
Jamie and DCRK have both improved their lap times. 3 hours left of dry racing according to Aaron.
That's very bullshit.
Yeah, so you're only 3 hours off getting more rain, Pinky. You shouldn't have asked for it too soon, that was the issue, lad. Glocks has now made it by. Seemed to manage the boost down the hill through the corner that little bit better. I think he's just jumping across to VTech, LJ. We're just in a commentary party for this, so I could get Razor in and everything as well.
Oh, what is this car?
Oh,
Why is it done
going
that?
wild, just trying to put DCRK off, and it's DCRK with the horn trying to put Jamie off. Dirty tactics from Dark, not wanting his world record or F1 world record buddy to come by him. Nice line into the corner though from Jamie, gains some good time, and DCRK does not like it at all. The horn back on, and it does force the mistake. Dirty tactics. DCRK Glocks does have the lead now by a little way, with a bit of a battle between the two of them. I think he appears to have a little bit of space at the moment. Oh, DCRK's got a pit stop left. Jamie gets the position, maybe having taken them earlier. That is a second place there. Calls Carter. Hasn't been able to close the gap up quite. Oh, he has. Oh, it's just the positions through the corner with the pit stop. DCRK has held position over Cool Cars. We've got Real Cuban, I think, just being lapped by the leaders here. Millhead as well just holds the lead over him, so he will, I believe, gain the points he needs. Tap of the horn from Cuban and Jamie, just friendly pap.
Oh shit!
Look at the
Fuck
money.
this, man.
Okay, letting a rare bit of frustration out. D-Money all on his own as
And I
things
break. I fucking break.
stand.
Damn it.
Slide there on the exit of the corner from Razor has allowed D-Money to pick up his position by one up to 7th. Rachel is down the road. Little honk of the horn, having heard it be successful from DCRK, maybe giving it a little go himself. More sounded like a friendly pap than a
I'm so glad
constant
I never have
barrage.
to use that track again, and I never have to use that car again. Why
Slide.
the hell would you pick a car that is
Shred
nerfed
the
to a point
speed.
where it's just not even fun to
Ah, God damn it. Damn it.
Thank God that's over. Jesus Christ. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Glock does manage to pick up the first win on the track of the season for themselves.
I crashed like 5 times.
And kept top 5, yeah. Official caught 2 props at least that I caught. Oh no, it was a bit of a slide and then the inside barrier prop on one of the chicanes.
Yeah, that was
Razor had a
awful.
couple, like, if you guys had kept your consistency, you'd have all been in the top 5 as well, I think. Definitely improved the balance throughout, and hopefully it can be continued to balanced out between the divisions and stuff. But I have thoroughly enjoyed it for the past 4 weeks. Massive thank you to Bish and Kiwi for organising it. Pinky trying to get back in for an instant replay. I'm going to back out so I don't get sucked in with that. Massive thank you to everybody for tuning in. Have a quick run through the standings. Glocks will have taken their position. I think Jamie may have just held on to first in C1. I think it
Sorry about that.
was Vapors. No, he was behind Pinky. I think Pinky may have stepped up for C2. No worries, Razor Man, we all need to let it out occasionally. I think Dirty will have held over Kiwi. I think Cuban, with the points difference, will have held over Metalhead. So that is this season completed. Thank you all very much. I will try and get the actual final standings onto one of the streams somehow, maybe as the thumbnail for an upcoming stream in the next few days once they're announced by Bish. But massive thank you to everybody. GG's to all the races. Congratulations to Glocks on this occasion for the race win, and thank you all very much, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.